So we'll go with Super 6 first.
And then just down, innit?
Yeah. So it's not like the Super 6 predictions that you have on the app. It's who do you think the actual Super 6 are in the Premier League. I don't consider Arsenal as a Super 6 team anymore.
Right.
And I don't. I would if Tottenham didn't get the Champions League final and didn't finish top 4 consistently for the past 5 years, then I would also say Tottenham aren't, because they haven't done anything successful apart from winning the Audi Cup. But that is the most successful thing they've done since, other than getting final. So there is like silverware. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so you'd have Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea.
Liverpool,
Tottenham.
obviously, yeah. Liverpool definitely. City definitely. Chelsea definitely. United as well. I'm not so sure.
I think you have to though, because they're such a big club.
Yeah, they're one of the biggest, aren't they, in there?
The rivalry we're against.
But Arsenal are a big club as well. Like, they're a massive club.
Yeah, but if you look at the trophies that United won recently, even though it hasn't in past 2 seasons, they've still won the Europa League and stuff like that.
Yeah, I suppose. But Arsenal haven't done that.
They're big by a margin as well. Like, they're not slightly bigger. They're like the biggest club in the world.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to put them in there.
Yeah, Arsenal lose the final that they were in last time, which was against Chelsea. They're not really. It's annoying because they're a really good team on paper.
Yeah, it's just, we'll get into this later, but it's Unai Emery really, because like you said, like he has a really good set of players, but they're just not doing well. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, they do well, but they're not playing the right ones. He don't play Ozil.
Yeah, they're not playing.
He didn't play Granit Xhaka when he had that, whatever the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, but why would you play him though? Because that's gonna like tear apart the fan base and that, don't it?
It can tear apart the fan base, but when it's either tear apart the fan base, play a game and get a good result, or don't play him, get booed by your fans and get expected to be sacked. And he hasn't been sacked still. But I thought it was today. I said to my friend, I was like, put £20 on it today. So if you're a gambling man, put £20 on it. He's getting sacked today, that's what I'm saying, but he's not. He's still somehow employed.
I feel like Arsenal fans would still like, they'd rather lose and not play him after what happened than play him and win.
No, I think Arsenal fans would rather lose and get Emery sacked. Oh my god, I can't say his name. Emery sacked. Because when Lacazette scored, they didn't cheer because they've still got him, and it's punishing to them. It's just like United. They had a really good 10-minute comeback, but that's the worst thing they've done this season, is have a 10-minute comeback, because now Ole's still in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a draw and it's a point, but it's not a good enough point for a team at that calibre. You've got Sheffield United, who are obviously the real United now, and then you've got Arsenal, who are drawing 96th minute against a team that's in relegation zone.
Second to bottom, yeah.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
But like Hugh Wizard was saying, he'd right now, he'd take the loss if it meant that Unai would get the sack.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing is, you've also got the Europa League coming up on Thursday, so they're not going to sack him.
Well, yeah, that's
until you know the outcome of that. I mean, it's debatable, isn't it? It's just, I mean, you can say you need to sack him, but at the same time, it's the finance for Arsenal. They're not backing him as much as they probably should.
I would say he doesn't need backing, because he doesn't need backing. Unai, he's come from a league where what did he do? Did he win 3 PSG leagues in a row?
No, it was Seville's
PSG leagues. Yeah, I've called it the PSG league.
3 Europa Leagues.
That was
in a row. But he's just making all the wrong decisions, in my opinion. Like Pepe just wasn't proven enough. He had one good season, and he's like, oh yeah, 72 mil.
It's also the case that the Premier League is a lot.
Well, we'll not talk about the sacking yet because we're not there. But
yeah,
I think
it's a lot of intensity in it than most leagues is Premier League, and a lot of managers will suffer.
Right, well, we'll not talk about the manager things yet because we haven't done with the Super 6. That's just the argument of Arsenal is not a Super 6 team anymore. It's not a big team. Leicester City are definitely more successful. They're bigger. the best instance to prove this point is Jamie Vardy was offered for Arsenal, wasn't he? And he said no, like he weren't going there.
Yeah, but
if he took that,
he also said though that he's never going to leave Leicester because they picked him up when no one else would. So I mean, it's not 100% just because.
I get that.
I think Leicester are bigger.
I get that, but if you look at in the past, I'm not saying he is this person I'm going to mention. I'm going to compare his career at the moment at a certain club to someone else's career at a certain club. But Alan Shearer for Newcastle, Newcastle is a big club, and it was then. But what Alan Shearer was doing for Newcastle is scoring constantly. Blackburn Rovers as well. I'm sure he did Blackburn Rovers. He was a top striker in a smallish club. Do you know what I mean? It isn't a Super 6 club. Whereas Jamie Vardy also isn't in a Super 6 club, and he is a striker that's consistently scoring goals. I think he's got like a goal every game this season. He's got 13 goals now.
Wow. I think he's got 12. 12 and 13.
Thing is, when you do, like going on back to the Super 6, is obviously you got your Leicester, who should be up there with this 6 at the moment.
Definitely, they're replacing Arsenal.
That's the main team that are like breaking into that.
I think Wolves are pushing that boundary as well at the moment.
Yeah, Wolves. I said this, Wolves. But if they want to say that Arsenal is still a big a Super 6 team because they have won trophies in the past 10 years and they have, like, what's the word? They have finished in the top 4 in the past 10 years. They've done things. You know, they're a massive club around the world. If you want to say they're a Super 6 because of that, then there isn't a Super 6 anymore. There's at least a Super 7 because Leicester have pushed that and broke that wall between. So you can't say that Arsenal is a Super 6 and you can't say to me that Leicester isn't a Super 6. And if you want to carry on, Wolves, I can't say that Wolves is a Super 6 on club size and winning silverware. But on that, like, on its own, it's, if you want to say they're like Super 6, Super 7, or even Super 8 with Wolves, then Bournemouth are up there as well because they're a team pushing them boundaries. The top 10 teams would be.
I don't know Bournemouth though. I don't know about that.
Well, no, because they're a consistent. If you look at the players they've actually got, and they're not inconsistent. They're a good team. They're a top 10 team, just like Burnley, top 10 team. But then you've got all these other teams that used to be top 10, like.
You can't be doing top 10 though.
No, exactly.
No. It's top. It has to be top 6 really, realistically.
Yeah, because of European football. That's the line.
4 Champions League spots. You've also got the winner, and then you've got Europa League, and then.
It's a 7th for Europa, isn't it? So, I mean, it just depends on that. I mean, my Super 6 would probably be at the moment.
Arsenal out.
No,
Leicester in.
It'd be City, Leicester. It'd be Liverpool, Chelsea, United, and still Tottenham at the moment. But I feel if it carries on the way it is in the next couple of seasons,
I was like, Arsenal let Leicester in. He goes, no. The name's all 6, but Arsenal puts Leicester in.
No, I think Leicester are in there now.
Yeah, definitely. I don't see Arsenal being Super 6.
Since they won the league, since that year, they've been really good.
Especially the sitting second.
Not necessarily near the top of the table, but they've just been a really good team.
They've always looked a constant threat.
Yeah, I think United are hanging on by a thread at the moment because if they hadn't won, like this, what was it, 2012? They last won the league. If they hadn't won like any kind of trophy from that point, then I probably wouldn't consider them as a top 6 anymore. But it doesn't help that there's a team that's just come out of the Championship and is now sitting 13 games in at 5th, above United and above Arsenal and above Tottenham. Tottenham are doing the worst out of all of them, but like they've just got a new manager and it works better for them and whatever. I feel like
they're in 6th, by the way.
Oh, they're in 6th now. Oh yeah. Right. So the second thing you mentioned, Unai Emery to be replaced. I have two people in contention for it. You got to hear me out. Obviously, the number one is Rafa Benitez because he's available for the job, right?
Oh,
I can see that.
I've got that written down. I'd like to see him though because he's a really good manager.
He is, yeah.
He'd be very good for the whip.
Right, I wanna go in depth on him soon. I want to go in depth on him soon, but I also want to mention this, and you're probably gonna, when I say it, you're gonna be like, no, this ain't gonna fucking happen. But just hear me out. Pochettino could take Arsenal as manager, right? I wouldn't want it. I don't really care if he does or he doesn't, right? I reckon he should go to United, sack all in, because that's what I mean. It's between these two now. Arsenal and United need to think Pochettino's up for a job. And it's the first manager to sack him gets him, really. And he would take Arsenal, because I just want to see Pochettino do Tottenham dirty like they did him dirty. They sacked him because they wanted a different manager, clearly. They looked at it and thought, well, we need Jose Mourinho's available. Arsenal are probably going to sack their manager. Let's do it first and pick up Jose. Pochettino should take the job at Arsenal as like a biggest revenge fucking, if you will. Just straight at, just smash Tottenham out of it. He's a better manager today. He's a better manager than Jose, because Jose's not won anything for ages. I get that, right? His last job was shambles at fucking United. So
he won the Europa League.
Well, yeah, but
he's won a trophy, a bigger trophy than Poch has. Poch has only won the Audi Cup, so.
The Audi Cup's the biggest trophy in the game, mate.
Right. What I'd say about Poch being Arsenal manager. He used to manage a club called Espanyol in Spain. It's a big rival to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And he's saying he's never going to go to Barcelona because the rivalry there is huge, and the rivalry between Arsenal and Tottenham is one of the biggest.
Yeah, so but if a team did him dirty the way it did,
I don't think they did though. I feel like everyone just got a bit dried out about it. You know what I mean? I feel like it just ran its course. If they didn't win the Champions League, that's it. Move on, you know what I mean?
Yes, I also think that's a good move for Poch, even though he got sacked. I think that's a better move, because there was no way of moving forward at Tottenham, I feel, for him.
Exactly, because
he wasn't getting the backing or anything that he deserved as a manager.
He wanted to just rebuild, and there was players not wanting to sign contracts, and clearly, if they're not wanting to sign contracts, don't be a fucking doormat. You're a manager of the club, just get rid and replace. If Ericsson doesn't want to sign a contract, he's spitting his dummy out, sell him to Real Madrid. Buy another attacking mid. Tottenham don't buy players, and they're good at not buying players and building players from nothing. Look at Harry Kane. He played because
it's not all just about, like, Poch can't make all the decisions about who to sell.
I get
that.
It's
not just his decision. So maybe he did want to sell him, we don't know, but he didn't end up doing it. So.
But he's only got like one world-class striker. When Harry Kane's down, he's relying on Lucas Moura and Son. He's relying on wingers. It's like in Arsenal they've got two of the if you name the top 5 strikers on paper, like statistics wise, the top 5 strikers in the Premier League, 2 of them are from Arsenal.
I don't think Lacazette's that good.
No,
I think well, I don't know. Take
Take
Aubameyang out the team and have Lacazette playing, and he'd be the one scoring more consistent goals. But they're not going to pick 2 strikers. They're not going to play 4-4-2, really, are they? They've spent money on Nicolas Pepe. And I reckon it's only because after Lloris's injury, when there's a goalkeeper, your first 11's injured. So like if Kepa gets injured, we've got Caballero. Your second goalkeeper isn't a world-class goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean? It isn't the best. A
massive drop-off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, look at Liverpool when they had Adrian. They was conceding a lot more goals than they do with Alisson in it.
He didn't do a bad job.
No, he didn't do a bad job. No, he didn't, because he's got a good defence. But Tottenham's defence isn't that bad either. But the issue is, Lloris is a world-class keeper, but he's out, and this guy has to step up to the plate. And now his pressure is, can I do a job as good as Lloris? My answer is, he's done a good job at holding that.
Fair,
they have conceded.
Lloris has made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. I would dare say he's been better than Lloris. He's not a bad keeper. But two games in the Champions League, 2 clean sheets and 8 saves. That's 4 saves per game, average. That's not a bad result. That's not bad at all for a goalkeeper. Granted, he might be playing like not very big teams, but it's still a result as a goalkeeper, and it's a good result.
Yeah.
Right. We can pick. We'll pick a fullback first. Have everyone ever said defenders? Have you picked a fullback and a centre back, or have you just picked one or other, or what?
Pick whatever.
I've just picked 3 centre backs.
3 centre backs. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we'll go again.
I can name one of each.
Alright, go on.
So fullback, I feel like Williams for United. He's
Brandon Williams.
Brandon Williams. He's becoming
Yeah.
a very good player, and I mean, he's only young, but I still reckon he's a bit underrated for that.
Yeah.
And centre back wise, is Taki for Bournemouth.
Tarkowski. That's not a bad shout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a fullback.
Okay.
Do you want me to go?
There you go.
I'll go, mate. Don't worry. You're gonna think he's not very underrated, but I'm gonna go for Aaron Wan-Bissaka because
No, I was going to say that.
defensively he is so much better than Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I was going to say that.
I feel like Trent just overshines him a lot of the time, and it's kind of not a deserve, but it's like
No, but what was that you saw yesterday?
He's not amazing defender.
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's overhyped, he's overrated because
he's made like 153 crosses and had 3 assists, I think.
Yeah,
And that's crazy.
it is. What was your centre back?
Centre back, I have a couple choices. I've put West Ham centre back Issa Diop.
Oh yeah, Diop.
Oh yeah.
I thought of him because when I watched the game against who was it? Who did West Ham play? Tottenham. He made very good tackles, and he made one like essential tackle that would have led to a goal, or that would have been a goal if he didn't tackle.
Yeah,
That's the only reason I put him in there. I also put Tomori, but he's kind of not underrated, so I just felt like throwing him in there if I'm honest. But my main one, I would say James Tarkowski.
Alright. I agree with him. Right back, I was going to say Wan-Bissaka as well, because even though he's in a team that is like poor, he's still pulling the results it was. If he was still at Crystal Palace, I feel like I'd get a better appreciation of what he's doing. But because he's on a team that's being slandered for like not getting good results, it kind of tarnishes all the players' names. It's like, apart from Marcus Rashford, because he's pulling out goals. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Centre backs, I have 2. You're going to think I'm on this guy's dick all the time, but Nathaniel Ake is definitely a very underrated centre back at the moment for what he's doing at Bournemouth.
He was going to say that.
Yeah, but my main centre back would have to be Tyrone Mings.
He was on my radar.
Yeah, I think he had like, I can't really play Aston Villa quite a while back, but he had like 2 or 3 off the line clearances.
Was it Man City?
I think it was,
I remember you saying that they had a few off the line clearances.
Yeah, with Gabriel Jesus when he had like 7 chances and couldn't score.
Yeah.
But Tyrone Mings cleared it off the line like 2 or 3 times with his knee, with his head. Do you know what I mean? It was ridiculous. I think someone just scored. Oh, it's half time. So I'd have to say Tyrone Mings over Ake, but like I said, Ake is definitely on my radar at the moment because for what he's doing at Bournemouth is unreal.
He's had 18 goals.
So you're saying he's the most underrated centre back?
James Tarkowski.
James Tarkowski. So you agree with Ethan then?
Let me know. Have you started again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Midfield, Ethan.
Right, I haven't got any like wing. Well, like you say, one's a winger, but I've got 4 on my shortlist. So I'll list them out. I've got Wilfred Ndidi for Leicester.
That's good.
I've got Mateo Kovacic because I feel like Jorginho gets more than he does, and I feel like that's not fair, mate. Jack Grealish.
Finally, you said it.
I can't say this guy's first name, but Decore for Watford. He's been their best player.
What's it?
So it's like Abdulaj Decore, something like that.
Alright.
I'd have to put forward Ndidi.
I haven't wrote these down. I'm just going off the top of my head, but from what I can remember from midfield wise, damn. I would say Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain for Liverpool when he's coming, definitely. Because it's
underrated though.
Underrated, yeah, because he doesn't make first 11 for Liverpool.
No,
he just comes on.
Remember, like in 2017, he was really good.
Yeah.
When he first started challenging, and then he got injured. An injury.
Yeah.
He didn't play. So.
I get that, but I reckon he's underrated. I mean, he's not injured at the moment. He's saving Liverpool points. He's coming on, equalising, scoring goals. He's doing more than enough. I would say Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain definitely.
What about Lucas for Tottenham?
Well, I'll put him as an attacker really, but even then he's not underrated. I mean, he's come the last game he played, he's finally doing something, but
Yeah.
underrated no. I mean, you could have said that last season when he scored a hat trick, but
Under Pochettino,
Well, yeah.
you could say, yeah, because he
played. He scored a hat trick in the Champions League to get to the final. He's underrated there. As of this season, he's only played one game to actually show anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was just the last game. So I'm not going to say he's not a good player. I'm not going to say he's a bad player. As of yesterday, day before, he is showing that he's coming back to how he was playing. He's becoming that Champions League form he was. Midfielder, Longstaffs for Newcastle, perhaps they're doing all right.
I don't know.
Jorginho, I won't say he's underrated, but he's got a lot of stats that he's doing a lot for.
You've got João Moutinho, Ruben Neves.
Yeah. McTominay, I'd have to say McTominay for United. McTominay and Grealish, obviously, yeah. McTominay, yeah, Grealish, McTominay, and I forgot who the bloody hell I said, Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's all I'd say. I can't really think of like a midfielder that is underrated, because midfielders, when they do a job, they're always spoken about immediately and been like, oh, this guy's done this guy's done that. I feel like Harry Winks and Lingard is overlooked.
Guendouzi.
Cantwell. Oh my god, Cantwell. What I don't like is that Lingard, Harry Winks get picked for England, right? They get picked every time. But then you've got Todd Cantwell, who's done more and he's playing better in a lower team, and he's not getting picked for England.
Lingard shouldn't get picked off for anyone, so.
Yeah, that's a good point, I suppose. But Cantwell's doing bits at Norwich, but even when he was doing better in the first 6 games, he wasn't getting picked for England. And he had a dry spell because he was injured and stuff, but then he's come back, he's picked up an assist, he's playing football at his best. He's young, he's not getting picked. I don't get it. I think he should definitely be there. Attackers, underrated attackers.
Right, I've got. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3,
I will
4, 5, 6.
just point out, if you say, right, if the word Vardy's in there, take him out immediately.
He's not in there.
Thank God for that. Right, go on. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's not underrated.
Right,
He's in the form of his life, but he's not underrated.
It's going to be really difficult to pick one out of these. I'm just going to say that. I've got Ashley Barnes for Burnley. I've got Chris Wood for Burnley. I've got Harvey Barnes for Leicester.
Oh,
Raul
yeah,
Jimenez for Wolves. Jose Perez, because he was pretty
Yeah,
bad
yeah, yeah.
off under Newcastle and that.
Yeah.
I've got that Mosset guy.
Moveset. Harvey Barnes, I'd take 100%. I think Harvey Barnes is underrated. He's assisting, he's scoring, he's doing his best. I wouldn't say Martinez as such. I understand what you're saying, but like
Martinez.
Jimenez, sorry. I wouldn't say him as such because he scores goals and he does bits for Wolves, but there are other. I think the Wolves as a collective team score goals. Do you know what I mean? They're not lacking any position for that. Who else did you say? Mousset, definitely underrated. Perez, I would say, I don't know, it's hard for me that, because he is to an extent he's underrated because he's in like Vardy's shadow, if you will, at the moment. You could tell me he's not, but he is. But he's still yeah. I mean, I picked on my fantasy league, I picked Perez over Vardy for a bit, and then I swapped and put Vardy in, and then he scored. Perez scored. I'm like, are you kidding me? But Perez did actually score quite a bit at Newcastle. Newcastle is a team that everyone looks at every single week and be like, oh, look at this guy.
Newcastle fans, they were saying that he's like, on his day, he's very good. Like, he's the best player by miles. But
they said that about Demba Ba as well, and they lost Demba Ba to Chelsea.
Yeah.
My attackers, but yeah, I'd say Mousset. I'd say Harvey Barnes, and there was another one, but I mean, I rate Rodriguez, but I won't say he's underrated yet. I rate him massively at Burnley, but he's not underrated.
I don't know how you.
Because I don't know, he plays football. He isn't one of those that just takes shots to take shots, and when he took a shot from long range, it paid off. He's a good enough
Yeah, but
player.
what if you was watching that one shot that did pay off?
That's what I mean. It did pay off against Chelsea.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, what if he tries them a lot and you just
Well, yeah,
happen
then
to watch the match where he
then
scored
I'll
one?
have the same opinion on him as I did with Coutinho. Like Coutinho was heavily overrated because everyone was like, "Oh, look at me, he scores from like distance. He does this. He's always on target." I'm like, well, yeah. If I took about 50 shots, you know, if I finessed the ball 50 times outside the box, got it on target, I'd look like a good player too. But I'm also being selfish. But it's not looked upon as selfish because he was able to smack the ball and get enough spin to make it look Pirlo-esque. Do you know what I mean? It was a world-class kind of spin. And it does make the keeper move. If you take a shot that makes a keeper have to jump, you're going to look like a really good player. End of that. But Rodriguez isn't doing that. He's playing smart, if you will. I would say my third attacker that is underrated. Whoa. I don't think there really is many underrated attackers, if I'm honest. I can't really think of any.
Gabriel.
No, absolutely not. Nowhere near.
He's awful nowadays.
Do you know what? No, I'll say
I mean,
this.
I know he's started 4 games, but he's also scored 3 goals and assisted 2.
Yeah, but the amount that he's missed.
Yeah, the amount he's missed is ridiculous. He should at least have 12 goals from the amount of like sitters and stuff he's had. I will dare say Firmino is underrated, but that's only because the people, Mane and Salah around him. I mean, Salah's not even doing anything this season really, but like he's in the shadow of Mane, if you will. Yeah, he's got assists, he's got goals, but when you talk about Liverpool, they're always like, oh, Salah's the best player. That was like a season ago, and then there's 2 seasons ago there was gloated saying, oh yeah, Salah's the best player, blah blah blah. The season after there was a debate: is it Mane? Is it Salah? I've always said Mane, and then this season it's Mane is the best player. But where's your appreciation for the guy that's centre forward and actually holding out these positions?
It's he doesn't score the goals though, does he? He doesn't get all the headlines, but
that's what I mean.
Everyone says it's because he's the person that links it all, that makes them two so free.
But you could argue he's a midfielder at this point because he's not exactly an up front striker. He's a centre forward kind of playing count. Yeah, it is a weird one. But yeah, I'd definitely say Musa is the underrated striker at the moment, without a doubt. To be fair, because I do this on Fantasy League, I'm always looking at the strikers that I want because the ones that I know will score goals, which is like your Harry Kane, Aubameyang, Aguero, Tammy Abraham, Vardy. Rashford. Rashford at the moment as well. But my issue is who else could do that? Like Musa, I knew Musa was going to score, and I almost got him last time. But I don't want to lose one of my top 3 strikers because they cost a lot of money and I have to move. I can't get rid of Aguero and then buy a Musa because then I have to replace. Well, I can't now, yeah, but I have to kind of replace that and think about it logically. I need a good front 3 that are consistent. Yeah,
because you've also got the Bournemouth duo, Callum Wilson.
Yeah, Callum Wilson, Josh King. But there was another striker for another team that I wanted to buy, but for the life of me right now, it blanks me, and I cannot remember who it is.
Jimenez always scores when I want to get him.
Yeah.
That's why I put him underrated.
I can't remember if this is who it is, but Antonio. He's another one. He's not consistent. No, he's one I want to buy because every so often I'm like, is he going to do it this time? There is a player.
He's been injured. He only came back against Tottenham.
Yeah.
He scored.
There is a player though that I wanted to buy recently. It was Musa. I'm sure it's just Musa. But you look at like the lower. Oh, Deulofeu. That's him. Deulofeu. Yeah, 20th place. Doesn't really do anything. But Deulofeu is the only player in Watford that is consistent scoring. Because I said it the other day. I said Watford will score against Everton. Watford. I mean, Deulofeu will score. I was going to get him, and it's so many times I nearly get him, but because he's forward, I don't want to buy a Watford striker, Deulofeu. Well, he's not a striker, he's a winger, but I don't want to buy him, lose my either, Aubameyang, Kane, or Abraham for that. Yeah. But yeah, Deulofeu, Musa, Harvey Barnes, they're the underrated strikers for me. Here we go. So it's team of the season so far in the 4-3-3 formation. So obviously we'll go with goalkeeper. I'm guessing we're going to go with most of the ones that are like either underrated or like who are doing the best performance so far. Who's your underrated goalkeeper, Ethan?
Under team that season goalkeeper.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Would be. I think it has to be Kasper Schmeichel.
Oh.
34 saves, 6 clean sheets, 8 goals conceded in 13 games. He's my team of the season goalkeeper.
Yeah, fair enough. Oliver?
I'd have to go with Schmeichel with Ethan on that one.
Okay, right. Ethan, actually, have you got a pen on you?
I do.
You do. Write it down. We'll have a collective team of the season as well. So obviously, write down Kasper Schmeichel in net. Because he's obviously the 2 out of the 3 picks so far. I'm going to pick Leno for Arsenal because he's never conceded. He's doing well for Arsenal. No, I'm not picking Leno, mate. I mean,
He's conceded 19 goals, to be fair.
Yeah, that's a lot.
52.
Who has? Leno?
Yeah.
He hasn't made a banging amount of saves, but like, it's not enough. I mean, it's Arsenal, mate. He's conceded 19 goals in 13 games. Whereas Kasper Schmeichel's, he's conceded 8 goals in 13 games. So it is Kasper Schmeichel's definitely like team of this, the keeper of the season so far.
It'd either be Schmeichel or Henderson.
Yeah. We'll go. We'll not define the position left back, right back, or whatever. We'll just if you want a centre back and right back, I don't really care. Ethan, go on, pick a centre back.
Right. Well. I've done it like traditionally with the left back and right back.
Okay.
So left back, I'd go Ben Chilwell.
Definitely.
I feel like you could say Robertson, but Robertson has 5 assists, I think. Chilwell has 3. So you could be like, oh yeah, Robertson's better, but Chilwell has more clean sheets than Robertson.
Yeah. Can I just say what I will do is I would say the same to Chilwell and Robertson, but I'd put Chilwell in right back and I'd put Robertson in left back. Okay. I'd have it like that because there are good right backs like Wan-Bissaka, and I'm not going to say Trent Alexander-Arnold because he's overrated at the moment. But there is Ricardo Pereira as well.
I'll say it now. He is my right back.
He's your right back. Well, I would say then Robertson in left back and Ricardo Pereira in right back. That'd be my decision. I wouldn't take 3 Leicester City players in team of the season just yet.
I feel like you have to though.
I know, I get that, but I don't want to take. I want more variety in the team than just let's have half of Leicester, half of City's midfield, and then all Liverpool's up front. I want it to be like very diverse between the teams and stuff. So what was it? We agreed. Left back was Robertson.
Well, I don't know about that one.
Or Chilwell.
Because for me, Chilwell has less assists, but he has, 6 more clean sheets.
Yeah, but...
And if you're on about a defender, it's clean sheets really, innit? I mean, I'll go Robertson, but... Because I was deciding, it's them two, innit, best.
Yeah.
I'll put Robertson if you do.
Yeah, I don't want too many Leicester City players, to be honest. Too many is too many, innit? And if you're right back, it's Ricardo Pereira or Wan-Bissaka, really. No, I can't really say Wan-Bissaka because the results aren't the same. I'd say Ricardo Pereira on my behalf.
I'd put Pereira as well.
Yeah. And I'm guessing...
Baldock.
Yeah. It would be Pereira because of majority vote, but Baldock's not a bad shot.
Just because how well the team's been doing recently.
Well, yeah, definitely. I don't think anyone expected them to be that high up in the league, especially 13 games in.
Well, yeah.
Have you written down left back and right back on your sheet, lad?
Yeah, I've just done that.
Yeah. Centre backs. Kind of want to limit the amount of Leicester City players in there, obviously. I'm going to go first this time and say Tarkowski for a centre back.
Good shout.
He's not in mine. I could put him in though, because I'll tell you, one of mine is Sionchu. That you probably could have guessed.
You just got the whole fucking Leicester City in there.
No, I haven't. I
know, alright, go on.
The defence, they've had the most clean sheets. So
yeah, I know, yeah.
And who is he? Like, he just come out of nowhere and he's like, yo, I'm Turkish and what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one of mine.
I agree with you, and it's annoying because Leicester City actually have got like really good centre backs.
I feel like we put him in.
Yeah, we have to put Sionchu in. Limit massively. I mean, there's two.
I know, not done, but like, you know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah.
No more.
Sionchu, okay, yeah. You'd have to put Sionchu in for centre back.
Yeah.
Another centre back. I can't really say any Liverpool centre backs because they've conceded too much for what they should. You know, they shouldn't really concede that much.
Right.
I wouldn't say Ake is a team of the season defender. I would say he's underrated.
But for me, I have put Van Dijk. Just because of how good he is.
Yeah, but he's not having a good season as him.
I know, I get that.
Kyle Walker, Man City.
Kyle Walker's had a good season, but he's a right back. He's just... It's not a Kyle Walker spot. John Stones.
I'd be happy to go with like someone from Sheffield or Tarkowski.
I would say
I'd
say either Mings or Tarkowski. No, I can't say Mings because he's underrated. Yeah, right.
I'd say go James Tarkowski.
Yeah, Tarkowski, definitely.
A Fawn. What Pedersen?
Right. These are three midfielders. You can go cam, CDM, or anything goes, right? You can go any of them whatsoever. Again, I'll go first. I'll say my three, agree, disagree, then yours, yeah? I would say Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne, and Jorginho.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I would have said Wijnaldum, but no. I'm just gonna go with Grealish, De Bruyne, and Jorginho.
Okay, I've got De Bruyne in, the same as you.
Yeah.
I do have a Leicester player in there, but I want to take him out.
Yeah, Ndidi.
No. So I don't really know who to go for. I mean, maybe like João Moutinho, something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, that's alright.
And then maybe centre mid would be Fabinho.
No.
Because I mean, they've not lost a game while he's been starting.
I know. Well, they haven't lost a game at all.
Exactly.
I have to chuck Jorginho in there, and I'll fight the case for this. I will fight the case for Jorginho as being statistically, as a holding midfielder, he is the best holding midfielder in the Premier League at the moment.
No, because if you're talking about a holding midfielder, that's a CDM.
That's what he is.
That breaks down.
That's what Jorginho is.
Well, you're just talking about passing. That's not.
I didn't
not
say passing.
He did.
Yeah, before I did. I'm on about.
He's like, statistically, he's got the most passes for a holding player, a holding CDM, whatever.
Well, that's what CDMs are, clinical for stuff like that. He scores. Well, I argue the best penalty taker at the moment. Definitely got like the best assists I've seen this season. Bearing in mind this might be biased because I'm a Chelsea fan, but
I think it is. He's the best holding midfielder at the moment in the Premier League, and it shows. No,
where are they in the league?
Indeed, he is, in my opinion. But
all right, I could argue Ndidi, but I'm also oh fuck it, yeah, Ndidi is kind of better. But I see the right. Fair enough. Take Grealish out. Take Grealish out.
I'll put
Ndidi, Jorginho, De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. I'd say Ndidi and De Bruyne. Jorginho. I'd say De Bruyne, Cam, Ndidi, and Jorginho, and CDM. I don't see a. I don't see a better midfield than them three at the moment.
You could put if Fernandinho was playing in CDM, you could put him in there, but he's not. He's playing centre back because of the injuries. So
if you put in for centre mid,
what on the paper?
Yeah.
I just put De Bruyne, Didier, Jorginho.
Nice. We'll go left wing. I don't think this is even bother having a discussion of left wing, really. You might as well just write down Mane. Right wing, same thing. You might as well just write down Sterling, really.
Or Son.
Son's a left wing, if you will, and he's not done enough so far. Yeah. He's not as consistent as you'd think.
6 assists and 4 goals.
In 13 games.
10 games. Started.
Well, that's a good point, actually.
I'll keep Sterling though. Sterling's
Sterling definitely.
Yeah, he's world class, but
I mean, he's definitely better than Son. Striker, this is definitely a tough one. This. So, this is between Aubameyang, Aguero, Kane, Vardy, and Tammy Abraham. Call me a Chelsea fan, right? But Rashford, no, he's a left wing.
For me, it has to be Jamie Vardy.
It actually has to be Jamie Vardy.
I said.
No, I said Jamie Vardy and Tammy Abraham. You can't say Tammy Abraham.
I'll say what? Is it again?
No, I'm hearing you. You can't say Vardy. If you're saying I can't say Vardy, then I can't say Tammy Abraham. I can't. What was you trying to say, mate?
What?
I can't remember. Vardy has better results than Tammy.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say. So I can't say Vardy is not the team of the season player striker so far, and say Tammy Abraham is.
I'll see what I said, right? It's really weird, this one, because Tammy and Jamie Vardy
are underrated. Let's say underrated. They're not underrated, but they're like.
The general player is not world class.
Yeah, they're not big names.
The numbers they're producing is world class.
Yep.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'd have to go with Vardy for me.
Vardy, definitely, yeah. I think that's your. Jeez, how many Leicester players are in there? 5.
We've got 2 that we're picking.
No, it's just the one. It's just the one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'd have to go with Sterling, to be honest.
Sterling's already picked at right wing.
Alright. No, there's.
We've already said that one. Yeah, that's Raheem Sterling. He's right wing.
Yeah. Oh, I mean. Aguero, sorry.
Aguero's a fair shot, but he's had better seasons. But Vardy, yeah, I don't think it's out of contention that Vardy is. There's no way Vardy isn't the striker of the season so far.
It's either Aguero or Abraham.
I mean, I would say Vardy or Abraham, but Vardy is without a question the striker of the season so far.
Yeah.
So who've we got? Schmeichel.
We got Schmeichel in net.
Yep.
Schmeichel. Andy Robertson, left back. Right back we got Ricardo Pereira.
Yep.
2 centre backs. We got, I can't say his first name, but we got Soyuncu.
Yeah.
And James Tarkowski.
Yep.
3 centre mids. We've got Kevin De Bruyne, Wilfred Ndidi, and Jorginho.
Yep.
Left wing Mane.
Right wing Sterling, and then striker Vardy.
The man himself, Jamie Vardy.
Right. Top 4 predictions at the end of this season. Who's getting the top 4? In your opinion?
In order, or just?
I'd say just any top 4, because I'm not going to go specifically like mainly because I mean anything can happen with Liverpool at the moment. They usually do slip. I'm not going to say that they are going to slip this time, because they probably won't if I say it. Much I don't want them to win the league, they probably are going to win the league. I hate the team more than any other team in the world.
Yeah.
Liverpool. But they're probably going to win the league, and I have to admit that. But because I'm not going to admit that, I'm going to say we're not going in order of who's going to win the league to 4th place. We're just going to say who's in the top 4.
Right. Well, for me, top 4 is already done.
I don't know, you know.
Man City.
And I'll say why, right? I don't think I think Tottenham are going to scrape top 4, and it's either Leicester City will slip massively, because they might, and I'm not saying they are going to, but the transfer window's coming up. Now anything happens there, Leicester City might get greed. Who's to say Soyuncu won't go to Bayern or Real Madrid? Who's to say Ndidi won't go to Barcelona or...
Not right now. Not in the middle of the season, no.
Yeah,
maybe
no.
at the end of the season, I'd say
but all it takes is like, let's say Tielemans, Yuri Tielemans, right? He clearly is a key player at Leicester City. Whether you want to bet that or not, he definitely is a key player for Leicester City. And if he was removed from the squad for whatever reason, just one sec. If he was removed for whatever one sec.